But first, very quickly, this morning I spoke with my Flesh Gundam's parents, and for the last few days, basically, I brought up this idea of potentially living with them again. It's a little bit away, it's like 2 hours away. Yeah, and I basically, obviously the thing that happened in my building a week ago was a big part of it. But realistically, if you've listened to my streams for the last few weeks, I've talked about it already. I've talked about wanting to move back with them. The main reason is just I miss like being with people. I live alone. I work a lot. I don't want to work less, right? Like I like what happened at the building. It's in the previous VODs. I don't want to get back to it again, but the TLDR, really big commotion, 4 a.m., call the cops, tons of drugs in the stairs. People were like banging the walls and yelling. I thought it was DV, to be honest, or I thought it was either DV or like somebody overdosing. And it's like on my floor, in my building, in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. And it's like the stairs like that like face my apartment, but I'll be honest, that isn't even like, I was already thinking of moving even before this. And it's just because I don't really have time for a lot of stuff. I don't have time to really cook myself nice meals. I don't have time to go do groceries as much as I want to. And I know it's going to sound, and I even explained that to them where it wasn't that actually, that was one of the final straws, but I already had been wanting to move. And the apartment where I live, it's very cheap. And it's also not great. It's like in the summer, it's too hot. In the winter, it's like right now I have my windows open and I'm too hot because they overheat, which is better than underheating. They always turn off the water. Like most of the time I don't have water. They randomly turn off the power. I've had technicians come into my apartment to check things even when I wasn't home, which I really, really don't like because I have a bunch of, I have a bunch of tech here and things like that. I have like 3 monitors. I have Switch. I have PlayStation 3. Like it, I don't think anyone's going to steal my PlayStation 3, but there's all this stuff. So basically, I'm gonna go to a pre-built cave at I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think what I'm gonna do when I move there is I'm gonna let the human woman live there, and I'm just gonna make a cave under their house. I don't think they're allowed to enter where you're not home. I think so too. I don't think they're allowed, but they have done so before when I had gone on trips and things like that. So it's already been a lot of stuff with my building that I didn't really like. So it was already kind of a long time coming where they shut off the water pretty often. They turn off the electricity. Like there's always something happening. And another thing too, one of the reasons I live here is because it's really cheap. And I don't pay for electricity. I don't pay for water. And I don't pay for heating. Okay. But I forget which one. But now I'm paying for one of them. Okay. So then who's to say that next year they're also not going to include another one of them? And then eventually I'm kind of at a point where I was living in this really cheap apartment because I wanted to save money. But now when I look at how much this apartment is, it's a lot. It's like it's going up in price, right? And then I can get a really nice condo in like a big city, maybe not a huge city, but I can get like, I can move to a nice city, maybe like a little bit outside of somewhere in like Quebec or Ontario, outside of one of the big cities, and have like a gym in my building, have a pool, have a security guard, things like that. Because even just I was looking it up, like if I combine my gym membership and like things like that, it's just, So I was already wanting to move, and I just figured that I would ask, the parents because, I like spending time with them. I like spending time with them. I like talking to them. I feel like as they get older, my lifespan's a lot longer than theirs. They're not my real parents. They're the parents of the human woman, but still, they're still, because me and her are melded together, I feel deeply for them. Yeah, I just figured I'd ask, and, I wanted them to understand that I completely get it if it's a no, because it's a lot, right? Like I work nights. I'm loud. I'm very tall. I take up a lot of room with all my claws, and it's an extra person in their space after, yeah. And it made me really happy that they were more like, they weren't just like, oh yeah, I guess you can come here if you really want. They are thrilled. They're already like making plans of where we're gonna go for lunch and what we're gonna do. And like the flesh mother is going to like take me shopping, and I'm just, they're so excited. And I'm gonna have a gym buddy because her husband and I used to go to the gym together. Like, they're gonna get infested. They're gonna get a roach. It just made me happy. Like I said, I'm having a really good day, and I'm really happy. I feel like a lot of the last 2 weeks has been a lot of stress with just like a lot of projects that I took on. And now it feels like the projects are slowly kind of moving along. Oh, 1 second. I want to answer my manager in a second because they asked me about something. So a lot of these projects that I started working on, the art is coming back and things are coming back. And it's just making me so happy to see everything moving in the right direction. And then this morning, like I said, hearing that they're not just like, oh yeah, I guess if you have nowhere to go, you can come live with us. It was like, yes, please. Like, we can't wait. We're so excited. We can do this together. We can do that. And, you know, I was even trying to kind of like change their mind. I was like, just so you know, like, what if I scream in the middle of the night? What if this is happening? What if I wake up at 4 p.m. and then work at 6 and then wake up at 4 and work at 6 and you don't talk to me for 2 weeks? Are you gonna be rude to me? You know, like, is this gonna bother you if you don't see me? Yeah, I'm really happy. It feels like things are really working out for me. And oh my God, wait, I might cry. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm on my period. So if I cry, it's just emotions. Please don't worry about me. Nothing's bad. It's just natural tears. But oh my God, I just feel like things are so good. And I fucking finally, it just feels like, damn, I forgot how good it feels to be like so happy with not just 1 or 2 aspects of your life, but all of them, you know? And it used to be where like things were good and I'd be happy, but then other parts of my life were really unhappy. And here it's like, I can have my cake and eat it too and ask for desserts and ask for thirds, you know, ask for another slice. And it just feels really nice. And yeah, I could not have asked for a better welcome to Shoujo. The girls in Kudo are wonderful. Like, I just feel so happy every time with everything here. My managers are great. So many projects, like everything I'm seeing with all the projects, I'm really happy. I kind of had like prepared myself that maybe they wouldn't want to live with me because, you know, it's an extra person. And yeah, it just made me really happy. It was just a reminder of like, yeah, I'm fun. I'm cool, you know? I'm hip. People like me. People want to live with me. Because I think for a few years, I really thought that I was maybe not deserving of good things, you know? And I think I took on a lot of that and I kind of let it shape a lot of my life. And it feels really good to finally be like back on my, you know, I'm going to call it the boss bitch vibes, but it just feels good to be kind of back on that. Like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch. I'm nice. I'm a good friend. I'm a good coworker, but I'm also a bad bitch and I deserve good things.